I'm excited to introduce you to Pete Stauber. And look, you know, I came from a district very much like his. When I was in Congress, it's a blue-collar, working-class district. And Pete got elected the same way I got elected, which is connecting with those voters and being able to relate. He was a police officer and be able to relate to blue-collar America. And so I'm real excited about Pete being in Congress, because I think he represents the exact kind of folks that we elected in Pennsylvania. But Pennsylvania has 1 million more registered Democrats and Republicans, yet we control both the House and the Senate and the state legislature. And if it wasn't for the court redistricting our congressional district, we'd have a majority in the congressional district. Why? Because we elect people like Pete Stauber, people who can connect to the voters who feel like nobody cares about them. Pete does, and he does a great job, so it's my pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, in January of 2016, I happened to attend the inauguration, and behind me was really some neat people, and I asked her who she was, and she says, "I'm Senator Santorum's daughter." and I knew right away, you talk about a conservative family. Senator, I appreciate everything you do, but I have to tell you, I'm taking the title away from you. Bemidji Woolens, your vest maker,
my vest,
is now making vests for me.
No kidding.
So, yeah, so I'm going to take that title away.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, that's great.
It's great to be with you. Right now I'm having, love your hat, by the way. I'm having a little hard time hearing. I've got my hearing aids up. There's an issue with my ears right now. So if I'm talking too loud or too soft, I apologize. But it's great to be with you all. You know, Minnesota's 8th Congressional District is, you know, taconite tourism and timber. And we look at taconite. That's the iron ore that makes 80% of this nation's steel. It's critically important. And every school district in the state of Minnesota benefits from mining. But now we're on the cusp of critical minerals. We have, in northeastern Minnesota, we have the largest copper nickel find in North America, and it gets bigger every exploratory hole that they drill. And so we look at supply chain dependencies right now. We in northern Minnesota can help this nation with its supply chain dependency. No more, through COVID, we have to learn a lot. No more should we rely on foreign adversarial nations for our critical minerals or our rare earth minerals. We can do it here. We have the best environmental standards, best labor standards. And I have to tell you, we've been mining iron ore in northeastern Minnesota for 135 years. Guess where the most pristine water is in our state? Right in the heart of mining area. We do it right. And so we have the ability to secure that supply chain dependency on critical minerals. If only we could allow our miners to mine those critical minerals. We have two companies. One company is in its 19th year of permitting. 19 years, over $400 million, Senator, on just permitting process and not a shovel in the ground. We have the communist country of China is playing the long game with us right now on critical minerals and rare earths. That F-35 plant in Fort Worth, Texas, if adversarial countries stop selling their rare earths, that line would stop. We can't have that. We have the ability to do so much. And for my district in Minnesota, Senator, you're right, blue collar, they just want to work and get it done and get their work done, help this nation in any way they can. And I'm here to promote that. I'm on the Natural Resources Committee, and we want to make sure that the mining, we talk about mining dominance. We can do it in this country. You know, I will tell you that we have a Secretary of the Interior, Secretary Deb Haaland, who's anti-jobs, anti-mining, anti-pipeline. That's who we are in northeastern Minnesota, and it's very concerning. So my job is to promote our industry, promote national security and strategic security independence, and Minnesota's 8th Congressional District can do it. We have the miners, we have the infrastructure, we have the energy to mine those critical minerals, and once we do, we're taking off. In fact, in 2011, the University of Minnesota Duluth, the Labovitz School of Business, did a study. Just Polymet, that's the 19-year permitting company, just Polymet alone, once it's up and running, is going to bring $515 million of economic activity every year for years. Now, that's like bringing the Super Bowl to northeastern Minnesota. The Super Bowl was brought to Minneapolis a couple years ago, $500 million for that 4-day event. That's like bringing the Super Bowl, the economic activity of a Super Bowl, to the district that I represent. The economy, we're coming out of COVID. What an opportunity. It's a win, win, win. And so on the natural resources, I want to really promote our industry and our economic drivers in northeastern Minnesota. Not only taconite and timber, but now we're into critical minerals. And we have the ability to do it, mine it right. And I'm just excited to continuously push that. And by the way, in October of 2020, then candidate Joe Biden said to the miners in this country, we're going to mine those parts for our electric vehicles and charging stations domestically. That was great news for us. And then in May of 2021, what did he say? We're going to purchase those minerals from foreign nations. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We can do it. And Senator, you know the blue collar people that you used to represent, they're the same, it's the same in northeastern Minnesota as you alluded to. And so as I go, you will always see me pushing responsible, ethical mining. Not only iron ore that makes us steel, but now critical minerals. We do it better than anybody. In fact, on the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee, I brought up a piece of legislation amendment saying that this country, the United States, should never purchase not 1 ounce of critical minerals that are used, that are mined by child labor. Not 1 ounce. It passed last Congress, and Pelosi pulled it out as a manager's amendment, pulled it out. And I did it again this year. It was just a partisan vote. I never thought child labor was partisan. We are a better country than that. And for me, it's my friends and neighbors, Senator, that are going to help to force children to mine critical minerals, the cobalt in the Congo. That's unacceptable. And by the way, it's UNICEF, the nonpartisan group, that said there's 30 to 40,000 children being forced to mine across this world. We as a nation can do better. And so that's what I'm pushing for. I'm pushing for that responsible, ethically extracting those minerals that we are blessed with. In fact, I asked one anti-mining individual in the natural resources, I said, so tell me where you would allow us to mine in this country. Tell us where you would allow us to mine. Crickets. Crickets. You know, the keep it in the ground mentality. The good Lord has blessed us. We do it, I mean, we do it better than anybody. You know that. And so our goal is to really push this administration, hold them accountable. It's the jobs, the economy, the best environmental standards, best labor standards, and then hold the supply chain in the palm of our own hands. Never again. You know, not only critical minerals, but look at pharmaceuticals and PPEs. Let's do it here. Bring that manufacturing back. Strategically bring it back. And also, you know, by keeping the corporate tax rate down, invite them back. We want the American worker. And talk about mining dominance, I just can't tell you how important that is. And I have as a top Republican on the Energy and Minerals Resources, I have the luxury of learning not only about my own district more, but across the country. The opportunities we have in the mining industry to keep our energy costs low, you know, to keep our manufacturing here. And I absolutely love representing Minnesota's 8th Congressional District. I'm blessed every single day that I can come to this town and represent my constituency, who are like you, blue-collar, hard-working, God-fearing, pro-life, Second Amendment supporters that will give their shirt off their back for anybody that needs it. And so I think with that, what do you want? Am I done, Senator?
Yeah,
questions?
You have a question or two for Pete? Anybody? You good?
Tampa Bay or Montreal?
I got a root.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. You got a root for the American team.
Thank you all. I very, very much appreciate it.